Hey Panthers fans, welcome to Panther Banter, and it happened. PJ Walker outduels Tom Brady, and the Panthers win in an improbable, seemingly impossible win today for the Panthers. I can't believe it. I mean, they played unbelievable. They really did. I'm at a loss. Is it good? Is it bad? What do you think? Are you mad that they won? Tanking for that draft pick. Are you happy that they won? I'm happy. I mean, I want the number one draft pick too, but in a week where we lose last week again, we trade Robbie Anderson, we trade Christian McCaffrey. For the players to come out like they did and perform like that, and for the coaching staff to coach their butts off like they did, I mean, I'm happy for the team. I'm happy for the team, and it was an amazing performance. It was an amazing performance, I think, especially given the circumstances. Do I think we'll continue to win? No. Do I think that we're still in really good shape to eventually secure the number one pick next year? Yes. But for today, we're going to celebrate. So celebration beer. Cheers to the Panthers. And cheers to Tom Brady, too. You look good out there, bud. So today I'm just going to do a little reaction, a recap of the game. Just kind of go through some of my thoughts in what was, again, improbable, amazing performance given the circumstances. So here we go. So the game starts out with a Mike Evans drop. Brady drops back, launches it downfield, and Evans, the ball hit him right in the hands, and he just dropped it. I don't know if I've ever seen him do that. That was kind of crazy. But what I noticed too was that he totally pushed Dante Jackson. They're running downfield. He definitely pushed Dante Jackson, or at worst pushed off of Dante Jackson. That wasn't called, but it didn't matter because he dropped the pass anyway. That drive went on to fizzle out. Very first play for the Panthers, PJ Walker throws a beautiful ball down the field, and at first it looked like Terrace Marshall came down with it, but alas, he did not. Yet again, another drop for Terrace Marshall, who the last couple games has started to kind of make a habit of that. Not great to see. That drive ended up fizzling out as well. The next Bucs drive, Brady started to move it a little bit better down the field. The middle of the field was wide open for the Panthers, but yet again, that drive fizzled out and resulted in a punt. Panthers get the ball back, punt. So, not a very exciting game starting out. Punt, 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 punt. Next Buccaneers possession, Brian Burns had a nice tackle for a loss, so that was good to see him making an impact there. The very next play, though, Mike Evans wide open down the field. At this point, I was getting a little concerned because Brady had so much time to throw. I mean, we were not putting any pressure on him at this point in the game. And he was just kind of able to sit back there in the pocket, and it looked like it was going to be one of those games where Brady just sits back there, he picks us apart, and there's nothing we can do about it. But, as we saw, that didn't turn out to be the case. So, first quarter, pretty boring, to be honest. Pretty uneventful first quarter. No one scored. Lots of punts. Not an exciting football game to watch. Second quarter starts out, Brady and Mike Evans with another miscommunication. They just looked off the whole game, and it was from the very start. Something just didn't look right. So Buccaneers' first possession in the second quarter ended in a punt. Panthers get the ball back. At this point, I wrote down Chuba running hard. I've been someone who's kind of been down on Chuba for a while, or out on Chuba for a while. But Chuba was running really hard in this game and doing a good job. The Panthers were kind of moving the ball down the field, and there were a lot of behind the line of scrimmage throws yet again. So at this point in the game, second quarter, I was getting kind of worried that we were going to do the exact same thing that we did in the last game. Just a bunch of behind the line of scrimmage throws, not letting PJ Walker throw the ball down the field, aside from that first play where Terrace Marshall dropped a nice pass from Walker. But pretty soon on this drive, good completion down the field to Marshall. So that was a nice redemption catch for Marshall since he had that drop in the first quarter, and that was good to see P.J. Walker throw it to Marshall, show confidence in him. Marshall made a good catch on that play, so that was good to see. So the Panthers are moving the ball down the field, and then what happens? We take a sack, and that takes us out of field goal range, which was super disappointing because we could have at least gotten a field goal potentially out of that drive. The announcer said that it would have been a 54-yard field goal if we would have attempted it, but we didn't. That was one of the coaching decisions in the game that I was kind of confused about. I was like, our defense at that point is playing well. We have a chance to put points on the board. The Buccaneers haven't scored any points yet, and we play it super duper conservative and we punt. I don't know. I just really thought that that was a little bit too conservative of a call at that point in the game. But in the end, obviously, didn't end up mattering, which is great. Next Buccaneers possession, yet again, Brady to Evans, another missed connection. And at this point, it's obvious that something is off, whether it's with Brady, whether it's with Evans, probably more so with Evans, because there were a couple times in the game later on where he kind of came up looking like he was hobbling, looking like he was hurt. So something was definitely off there with that connection. But again, another misconnection between those two. And then Brian Burns with the takedown, Brian Burns with the sack. That was awesome to see him take Brady down. I think that was Brian Burns. I think that was his first sack ever on Tom Brady, which is cool to see. I think I saw after the game on Twitter that Brian Burns said Brady got caught in the web. So you don't want to get caught in that web. It's a scary web to be in, the Brian Burns web. He'll get you. The Buccaneers punt it, and Shi Smith backs all the way up into the end zone and calls a fair catch and then catches it like right inside the end zone. And it was very confusing. It looked like he had no clue. Even the announcers were like, I don't know if Shi Smith knew where he was on the field. How do you not know? I don't understand. Before the punter kicks the ball, you know where you're standing on. I don't know. That was just really confusing and was like, what the hell, Shi Smith? So the Panthers' next drive ended up being a good one. P.J. Walker with a nice job hitting DJ Moore on a crosser. Dante Foreman caught a screen pass. So that was good to see. Good play design, good play call at that point. P.J. Walker just dumped it off to him. Terrace Marshall gets involved with another catch, so that was awesome to see. And then, of course, P.J. Walker drops an absolute dime to DJ Moore. Back of the end zone, toe drag swag. Awesome. Our offense is moving the ball. I mean, the Buccaneers haven't scored yet. P.J. Walker at this point had 11 straight completions. It was looking good. It was looking good. It was exciting to see. First half, they threw up the stats comparing Tom Brady to P.J. Walker. P.J. Walker's outplaying Tom Brady. Say what you will about that, but the stats don't lie. On to the third quarter. The first possession ends in a Chuba Hubbard drop. P.J. Walker threw a really nice pass right in there, hit Chuba Hubbard in the hands, and he dropped it. That's what we've gotten used to seeing. That's one of the reasons why I have been kind of out on Chuba Hubbard. He's not a good receiving running back. We know that now. That's not his strength. But he's a pretty decent runner. We saw that today. A couple Bucs possessions later, they finally started moving the ball down the field a little bit. It was looking like they were going to score. A couple of big sideline catches for Mike Evans. They were able to stop the Buccaneers, and they had to punt it again. So those completions to Mike Evans really didn't matter at the end of the day. Huge 3rd and 1, and then a 4th and 1 stop by the Panthers. Awesome to see. I mean, our defense was playing lights out today. Very next drive by the Panthers, and this is where it got exciting, folks. Foreman with a huge run down the sideline. I think it was a 60-yard run. The offensive line did an amazing job. Foreman was pumped up. I think they said it was the longest run of his career, so that was just awesome to see. It's awesome to see the running backs have success. No one expected Foreman and Hubbard to perform the way they did today, and so credit to them and credit to our offensive line. On the very next play, give it to Chuba Hubbard, touchdown. That was so cool to see. The Panthers players were pumped. The coaches were pumped. Even the announcers were saying, like, it's been a while since we've been able to see something like that. It's been a while since we've been able to see Panthers players get excited about something. So I just really love to see that. Panthers go up 14-0. And at this point, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, McCaffrey's gone, but between Foreman and Hubbard, I mean, do we have double trouble 2.0 on our hands right now? No, we don't. No, we do not. But again, credit to them. But no, they do not. Foreman and Hubbard are not Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams 2.0. On to the fourth quarter, and the Buccaneers, first possession of the fourth quarter. Huge third down stop by Keith Taylor. Big hit on Mike Evans. As soon as he caught the ball, Taylor took him to the ground, so that was awesome. But the Bucs did end up converting the fourth down. Dante Jackson goes down. He leaves the game. I don't remember if he came back in or not, but he leaves the game. And then, yet again, this shows up for the fourth, maybe fifth time in this game, another miscommunication between Brady and Evans. And something was just off. Very next play, Marquise Haynes coming around the edge with some pressure on Brady. Another incompletion. We forced the field goal. So at that point, I mean, that was a huge win, huge stop for the Panthers defense. Just great. Next, Panthers possession, Chuba Hubbard with a really nice run, and then gets hurt at the end of the run. He's kind of, down on the field for a little bit, and you could tell he was super frustrated walking off the field, understandably. He's just getting, McCaffrey's out of town. He's finally getting an opportunity, and he hurts his ankle, I believe. Hopefully he's not out for too long, but nevertheless, really good run by Hubbard. Immediately after that, Foreman, again, it's just like we were just hitting him all day with Foreman, Hubbard. And it was just awesome to see. It was awesome to see Double Trouble 2.0 in action. And then we had another passing touchdown from P.J. Walker. He drops it in the bucket, drops an absolute dime to Tommy Tremble, who I honestly had forgotten was on the team. Because, I mean, he hasn't done much, or maybe we'll say he hasn't been given very many opportunities, hasn't been put in a position to succeed that much this season. But great throw, great catch, another touchdown. We're up 21-3. Amazing. Okay, next Buccaneers possession. Another big third down stop by us. So it's fourth down, and Brady throws it over the middle. His receiver trips and falls on the route. Xavier Woods comes up. It hits him in the hands, and he doesn't catch it. It was really funny to listen to the announcers. I mean, they were pooping all over Xavier Woods. I mean, Jonathan Vilma saying that he had bricks for hands and that he had dropped two should have been interceptions in the game and that he needed to go hit the jugs machine. Anyway, great fourth down stop though. So after that, the Panthers kind of ran the clock down and we ended up punting to the Bucs again. They ran the ball a few times and then game over. Huge win. Monumental win for the Panthers. I'm so happy for Steve Wilks because, he's been put in he's been put in a crappy situation. That said, I mean, the team is obviously playing their butts off for him. And you got to give credit to the players. You got to give credit to Steve Wilks, to Ben McAdoo, to Al Holcomb. You got to give credit to everyone involved for this type of win. I know the Buccaneers they're not a good team right now. They're not playing well. But no one expected, even the biggest Panthers fans like myself, the biggest Panthers supporters, no one expected the Panthers to win this game. I thought we were going to get just absolutely steamrolled, and it was kind of the other way around. And even the announcers talked about that. Jonathan Vilma, again, was talking about how, he absolutely did not expect this performance. And it wasn't just that we won, it was the way we won. Like, he said that we were so fundamentally sound and well coached today. It's just a good day. It's a good day right now to be a Panthers fan. It's been a rough week seeing Christian McCaffrey get traded. I didn't care about Robbie Anderson. Anyway, it's just been a really rough week to be a Panthers fan. And this was good to see. This made me feel good. I'm happy. I'm pretty happy. Yeah. Also, a very interesting stat that they threw out at the end of the game. Not sure if you guys hung around to hear this. The announcer's pointing out that this was Brady's 323rd start in the NFL. And how many times has a Tom Brady-led team been held to 3 points or less? 3, including today. Incredible. Incredible. I don't care if the Buccaneers are struggling. Today was an incredible performance by the Panthers. Defense, offense, coaching, staff, everyone involved. Now, I want to give out a couple game balls. I have 3. The first game ball is going to go to PJ Walker. I felt bad for PJ Walker because, I mean, obviously last week's game was really ugly, and he's been getting a lot of hate on social media. But I really felt like last week was, you could more so chalk that up to the coaching staff and the play calling, because we've seen PJ Walker show the ability to throw the ball well in the past. Yes, he does typically turn the ball over in the games that he's played in the past, but which he didn't do today. No turnovers, no fumbles, no interceptions. Awesome. But I just felt I'm happy for PJ Walker. He came out there, had like 10 or 11 straight, I think 11 straight completions at one point, which is great. Threw a couple touchdown passes, no turnovers, got the win. He beat out the GOAT, Tom Brady. I mean, great. So first game ball goes to PJ Walker. Second game ball, offensive line. I thought they did a great job protecting in both the pass and the run. PJ Walker didn't turn the ball over, which meant that he had pretty good protection all day. He wasn't scrambling around and making frantic decisions. And especially, but also with the offensive line, especially in the run game. I mean, I don't remember how many rushing yards we had in the game total. At one point, it was 160. I mean, between Foreman and Hubbard, double trouble 2.0, we broke off several long runs, and the announcers were giving a lot of love to the offensive line. So great game by the offensive line today. And then game ball number 3, I'm just going to give it to the defense overall, not one specific player. I just felt like it was a great team performance. You had some individual highlights here and there, but I just thought it was just a great performance. I mean, they gave up a few big plays, and they did get lucky. They did get lucky on the first play of the game. Mike Evans is going to catch that long touchdown pass 10 times out of 10. Like, I don't know. That was so weird that he dropped that. But so game balls this week, PJ Walker, our offensive line, and our defense. Oh, you know what? Scratch that. 4 game balls. Number 4, Coach Steve Wilks. He can now say that he beat Tom Brady. So that's it. Just wanted to recap the Panthers' win over the Buccaneers today. It's a good day to be a Panthers fan. Am I right? Am I right? So I'm planning on being back next week with my next game reaction / recap. Do me a favor, if you don't mind, like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I'll see you next time.